Valentine is for love people. Yeah, I'm not in love.
You're not into love?
No.
You don't love Nigeria?
Is Nigeria going to gift me something?
When
and be gifted.
Oh, that means I've been living in... I thought you loved me.
Oh.
Where is the gift? This one no joy. All right, so I
will send you something. You know you're my manager. We have extra deals.
I know that, girl. All right, over to you. Let's know what's going on.
All right, thank you so much. Catch you later. All right, good morning to you. This is Kakaaki Social. I'm Rena Obozeghie. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Tuesday received the Super Eagles in Abuja, conferred on every one of them, member of the Order of Niger, MON, gave each a plot of land in the nation's capital, where the president says he's very happy and so proud of them, regardless of the outcome of the AFCON 2023 that saw Nigeria lift the Silver Cup.
It is easy to absorb a loss, particularly when the expectations are high. But you demonstrated sportsmanship, resiliency, and you have done a great job. I am President of Federal Republic of Nigeria. To all of you, I'm honoring you with national honor, members of the Order of Niger. One flat each for every one of you. A plot of land for each and every player.
All right, it was rather a good day yesterday, so let's see how Nigerians reacted, because, of course, we definitely had people on the other side. Man of Letters, starting this morning, says, why are you awarding MON to players who finished second at AFCON? If they win the World Cup, what would you do? Nigerians are too emotional. That's why people are afraid to have this conversation. Also in reaction, responding to Man of Letters, is Hassan, who says, bros, abeg, rest. So you want us to leave the players demoralized despite all this bullying and harassment they experience on social media? The honor where them give them, they keep us in. Tomorrow now, when they grow old, now people like una go come, they say legends know they benefit anything from the country. And also in reaction, Papa Wemba says President Tinubu gives them handshake. Nigeria reward system is bad. That's why players will always choose their nations. That's quoting what people might likely say. President Tinubu again gives them land and flat. We are too wasteful, insensitive, and irresponsible for a poor nation. We shouldn't be doing this. Some of these guys will retire due to injury, and when they become destitute in the country, they start attacking the government. Nigerians can't be pleased. Well, I'm not sure that this is about Nigerians, but people really cannot be pleased. Someone says if you take a bullet for someone and then it takes your life, the person might even come back to say, the way you died, you didn't die well like that. So, I mean, it's that deep. But then Nigeria's House of Representatives on Tuesday stepped down a bill seeking to amend the 1999 Constitution to review the qualification for elective positions from school certificate to bachelor's degree or its equivalent. The resolution of the House to step down the motion followed a heated debate by members, most of whom believe that academic qualification is not a prerequisite for good representation. Well, for them, the ability to memorize the Holy Quran or the Holy Bible should be enough qualification for holding public office in Nigeria.
I represent the fabulously united people of Ikenne, Shagamu, a bill that I believe, if accented to, will, among other things, place more value on education in our nation and its importance when considering politics.
In my state, in Zamfara State, if you are born, before you go to any school, you must go to Islamic school. In my state, Mr. Speaker, if you memorize Holy Quran, you are better than anybody. Mr. Speaker, you cannot call somebody who memorized Holy Quran or who read Holy Quran, or memorize Holy Bible, as somebody who cannot be a leader.
Then we have some here that are dodging debates. Presidential debates, they won't come. Give press conference, they won't go. Because they are afraid to face the public with unanticipated or unprepared questions. Let us stop deceiving ourselves.
Oh, well, let's see your thoughts on social media. God's Power says, because it won't benefit them, you need just the first school leaving certificates to contest for a political position. But to get a 50,000 naira per month job, you need first school leaving certificates, WAEC certificate, BSc or HND, NYSC discharge certificate. And Life Issues 11 says, you need BSc to get a job in Nigeria. But a president who oversees the economy and everything in this country needs just SSE. We are not serious in this country. Another user D says they will reject it because most of them are not qualified. And finally, Tourism News says, who cares about paper qualifications? But the best criteria we are looking at those with human feelings, leaders that love the poor masses as themselves. Okay. Let's move away from this to say that the immediate former secretary to the government of the Federation, Boss Mustapha, on Tuesday told FCT High Court here in Abuja that Emefiele, that's the certificate on Emefiele's won $6.2 or something like that. Let me confirm that now. Says it was forged, that's $6.2 million, and it was given to international election observers. Well, at the resumed trial of the former governor of the CBN, Godwin Emefiele, on Monday, a prosecution witness, Onyeka Ogbo, told the court that he was aware of a $6.2 million payment request for international election observers that was approved in cash by Emefiele for 2023 election. But Boss Mustapha, speaking in court yesterday, says, all through my service here as the SGF, I never came across this document. It was claimed that Buhari signed. And it says, in all the correspondences I have received from Buhari, it has never had, please accept the assurance of my highest regard. I am a subordinate. My correspondences do not carry that. And lastly, looking at the signature, it is a failed attempt at reproducing Buhari's signature. I will leave that to the experts. That's Boss Mustapha saying there that $6.2 million that Emefiele provided for international observers had a forged signature of Buhari. It looks like it's going to be a long year, maybe even years for Emefiele. Let's bring you in at this point and see what you were saying on the space of X. Chief Honor says, one forged a president's signature. That's a huge crime. But again, if the signature was forged, how come it passed through the SGF office and it wasn't flagged? Who are they hiding? Eno says, now who forged it? I think he's trying to cover Buhari up. Without knowing, he is telling us Buhari was not the president of Nigeria then. I think this Mustapha should be detained for more questionings. He knows more than this. And also in reaction is Duke of Onitsha, who says, all as attempt to exonerate Buhari. If Tinubu is seriously out to curb corruption, Buhari should have been arrested long ago, but that was perhaps the agreement that he won't touch Buhari when he wins. And final thoughts on this is coming from Temitayo, who says Emefiele has accepted to take all the fall. Next is to put all the blame on him to avoid the spread and exposes. We know the game, okay? Game Noah. So our final story for the day, the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, says it's high time social media content creators with large followers registered their businesses with the Commission in alignment with the Company and Allied Matters Act 2020. Well, the Registrar General, CAC, Oseni Magaji, made the call on Tuesday in Abuja. And besides registering your businesses, there are plans or alleged plans by the Federal Inland Revenue Services, FIRS, to make social media influencers pay taxes from what they get from influencing. That's the case on social media, and this has trended, topping trends on social media. Leadercraft says, very apt decision. Please kindly expeditiously implement this. Revenue drive by all means is a must. Nigeria needs money now. Okay. For EJ, it says content creators are into the entertainment businesses. They should pay taxes. Every income should be taxable. You have to pay your own fair share of taxes. Report your income from content creation and be subject to self-employment tax. This is how development progresses. And for kindly follow back, God made, it says the UK government does not steal taxpayers' money. Taxpayers can clearly see what their taxes are doing for them in their country. What has Nigerian taxes done for the average taxpayer in Nigeria? And final thought is coming from Zodi Austin today, who says the thing where they vex me about this whole tax brouhaha is that these politicians will still loot it. In other countries, taxes are used for the development of the state, while here in Nigeria, these taxes are collected from the people and looted by the politicians. Well, some thought right there. And for Valentine people, make it short and simple. This is a PSA, as you are showing us what Bube got for you, make it short. Praise the Lord. I got a phone, I got a whatever, so that we can attend to the next person. We have a lot of status to view today. And for us in line, we are trusting God that this time next year, we'll be celebrating Valentine's too. So I'll see you tomorrow. Share your gift. Let's see what you got and what you give. Most importantly, I'll catch you again tomorrow. You can engage me on social media at Rena OBO.
Maybe you start by leadership with example. If you give, they give.
And charity begins at home, they say, right?
Absolutely. But that story on Emefiele and the monies and who signed what and did not sign. I mean, the newspaper review saw a lead that said, where Emefiele said, well, me too, I don't know who signed my signature.
Forgers everywhere.
Yes, Forgers Assembly. Interesting.
But you see, it's not really something we should
laugh
be
about,
laughing about, because this issue of forgery is becoming like...
that the president's number one man's signature was forged.
Really. We talk about certificate forgery. Now it's also document forgery for
Absolutely.
money. I mean, it's crazy, really. But I think at the end of the day, because my worry is what are the younger generation learning from leaders like this, people who occupy positions of authority that should be living by example. I think it's something that we should be worried about.
Because absolutely.
At the end of the day, if as a parent I live that kind of fraudulent life and you expect your children to come tomorrow and become
and it's on
leaders
social media
and
never
live
forgets.
well and live good example, it's really a terrible situation. But I hope we all get out of it.
At least about leaders, some people are saying if you read the Bible and study the Quran, it's enough to, to be a president, to be a governor. But that is even the one that saddens me. It means that the paucity of people who have mental capacity to lead through academic will definitely be void. It's sad.